welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Actually, thank you so much for all of the new subscribers who decided to join this little jungly corner of YouTube. I am so grateful. And also some of you were asking what is my name. My name is Svetlana, so it's actually always in my intro song, so just a little tip. But today I in advance want to apologize because I am pretty sure I won't have an interesting intro as I usually do, because actually last days were so rainy and I was just not leaving my apartment building. And I only walked Rocky a couple times, but most of the time Agnes is walking my dog, because right now I'm so busy with your pot orders. Actually, I am so excited to always receive the new orders. Whenever me and Agnes see a new order coming up, we start to talk about it for at least the rest of the day. We just cannot shut up about it and just go through all of the ideas and designs and what we can do. And I mean, I am the artsy person, right? So I am the one who come up with designs, but he always helps with the color palette sometimes, or maybe a little bit of changes and stuff like that. So I actually upload more of the details of me drawing your pots in my Instagram. So here's a shameless plug. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, where I have actually started a little games where you can tap on my stories and see the whole process of the pot coming to life. So how it looked like before me painting it, then when I did design, when I started to paint, when I proceeded to paint, and then the finished product. So I think this is kind of fun game in my opinion. I mean I enjoyed this. So anyway, actually, while we're talking about pots, I just want to give a quick thank you. I am so grateful, and this is something that is really makes my heart pound harder, to be honest. Whenever I am painting something, I just feel like on top of the world, like living my dream life, and just being an artist whose art somebody really wants to buy. This is something out of a dream. Okay, this is actually my newest design that I just drew a couple hours ago, so it's still it's just freshly out of the oven, I would say. So this is a cacti design that one of you ordered. This was a picture that you sent me and said something like that. That's what I came up with. What do you think? What do you think? I think the color palette is really cute, and I don't know, I just like this whole moon and sun face and all of that. Just, added a little bit of spice on that, right? But anyway, actually this week I've been painting so many cool designs. I am just so stoked to share them. For example, this yoga pot that I painted yesterday. It was so much fun, and I think this is once again one of the coolest designs ever. Once again, I had so much fun. Or I actually painted this cute teeny tiny bee. So adorable. Or I repainted the turtle pot, and I mean, I'm just having a lot of fun. So thank you so much, every single one of you who are ordering my pots. But right now, let's get into the plant business, right? I have 5 plants in front of me, and every single plant really surprised me, and for the very various reasons. And I just want to share with you some of my excitement, because why the heck not, right? Let me start from one of the really cool plants. This is a plant that one of my subscribers actually sent me, and Urash, hi if you're watching. So this is my long name, Moranta leuconera kirchoviana variegata, right? Really beautiful plant. Already, while I own it for over a month, maybe 2 months now. Oh, time flies, Anyway, so I have, let's say, for a couple months right now, and when I got it, it was standing still for a couple weeks, and then it just started growing like crazy. I already have at least 5 new leaves on this plant, but what really shocked me when I saw this teeny tiny baby. Look at it! How crazy is that? As you can tell, some of the leaves are beautiful, right? I love the variegation and the patterns, and that these leaves looks like beetles with cool variegation. Awesome. But when I saw this all elbow baby growth, I was stunned. First off, I saw this teeny tiny baby leaf over here, and I was like, wow, this is like real variegated plant. A leaf, wow, this is like interesting, And then I noticed another leaf coming the same way, all elbow, all white, and the spots, instead of being brown, they are pink on it. I was like, whoa, is this plant going to be full on elbow? Is it possible? And the third leaf is on the way, and it's also elbow. So I mean, white, you know? This is so crazy. This is really something unexpected, and I am over the moon because this is something that is really unusual, unordinary, you know, and really makes me happy. Then let's share a little bit more common plant, and this is my cute Phalaenopsis orchid that I got from my fiance like a year ago. I have been keeping this because I thought maybe new blooms will shoot out of it, because that's what some orchids tend to do. This is actually another orchid that started to bloom from the old shoots, so I was like really hopeful and thought, yep, this is probably what will happen with that one. But it actually started to grow a new point for blooms, and it's really exciting. And also, if you look close enough, you can see a beautiful pattern on the leaves, and the older ones don't have this strong coloration on it, right? But this is completely fresh leaf, and look how beautiful it is. It looks like some kind of panther or cheetah or cougar, right? Such a cool looking plant. I just bought it because he loved the leaf, so when I got this new fresh leaf, I was really stoked and surprised actually, because this is, I think, the third time in my like 8 or 10 years experience of growing plants, and this is only the third time that I make an orchid, a Phalaenopsis orchid, to rebloom for me. So this is something really epic. Maybe not that epic for you guys, but for me it's really epic because I have north-facing windows, so it doesn't receive a lot of sunlight, and it's only spring right now, but it's definitely spring in this apartment. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. Okay, since we're talking about blooms, let's get another plant out of the way, and this is the one that I am stoked about it. Okay, so this is my African violet, and I know this is not some kind of your rare plant or stuff like that, but this is actually a really special plant for me. And okay, a little prehistory. So this is a plant that I bought 2 years ago right now, I think, and I bought it in a market spot really close to my home, and one old grandpa was selling it. And he said that his wife passed away, and he's selling all of her flowers because he don't know how to take care of these plants. And one of those plants was this beautiful African violet, and it was in full bloom. It was really beautiful and bright. And you know what, African violets really remind me of my grandma that passed away about 15 years ago right now, I think, from my mom's side. So she always had African violets on her windowsills, and when I saw this one in this marketplace and the grandpa started to tell the story, my heart was just, you know, pounding so hard, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it from you, okay? I'm gonna buy it, and I promise I'm gonna take a good care of it, so your wife will be watching, you know, from the sky and being proud of myself and of this violet. So 2 years later, I still have this violet, and actually it's finally will be blooming for me. So if you look close enough over here, and I mean all throughout the center of this plant, I can see new blooms coming up. And it took me 2 years to finally get it, but I did it, and I'm so excited, I'm so happy. This is actually such a beautiful plant, and I love how fluffy it is, first of all, and also this is so cool. I love how many leaves there are, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and the whole story about it, I think, makes it even more special. And finally, I think she's smiling. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I cannot stop staring at it and waiting for at least one bloom to open, you know, so I can just take pictures and just be happy. Okay, plant number 4. Alright, so this one you actually saw not that long ago, and I actually tried to pick up 5 plants that you don't really often see in my videos, because, you know, to make a little variety of plants and not just see all of the same plants over and over again, because I have at least 150, I think, so I have a variety for you to see, you know. So, but this one I just cannot stop talking about it, and this is Philodendron Florida Ghost that gave me a half moon leaf, and this one really shocked me. I have never ever anywhere saw anything like that, and I was so surprised, and I'm so happy about this plant. So actually, one of you, I remember, asked me why the leaves doesn't look like you know, like violets, for example, like Florida Ghost have. Well, it's a juvenile plant. It's still a teeny tiny baby. When it gets a little bit older, then it will have all of those beautiful ears and all of that, but while it's still a baby, it has this shaped leaves. But this one, half moon leaf, is just something awesome. Awesome, that makes me so happy. Whenever I sit here and paint my pots for you, I just have this plant staring at me and I'm like, And the last but not least, and this plant actually is the largest one, you can see a little leaf of it, and this is the one that I have a really up and down relationship with, to be honest. This is a plant that I bought from a grocery store for €1 and some cents, so under $2 as well. Oh, by the way, this African violet, this size African violet was €2 as well, so it's about $3 US dollars. So, but anyway, so yeah, I bought this Diefenbachia. I know it doesn't look that good. I know, you don't need to say that, you know, it's real and stable and shaky and it's quirky and dorky and it's everything, you know. But I bought this baby plant when it was at least that size. And it had maybe 3 or 5 leaves, you know, and it was still a baby, and I thought, okay, I already killed maybe 3 or 4 Diefenbachias at that point, and I still had a big, you know, a big love for them. They are really beautiful in my opinion, and I wanted to give another go, but I wanted to buy a smaller plant so it won't be such a big waste, you know. 2 or 3 years later, here we are. This is actually kind of big if you will look at it, but it's also kind of small because the leaves on it are pretty small. And you know what, this is a plant that sometimes I'm really amazed how beautiful and still alive it is, but sometimes like, why are like this? Why are not growing bigger leaves? I mean, so many rare plants in my collection are just thriving and growing. For example, can you see? You can't, but this is a beautiful, beautiful variegated Brasiliana new leaf over here. So they are stunning and beautiful, and there is you. What the heck are you doing? But it's still alive and I will take it as a point from my side, you know. But what surprised me, the reason why I want to show you this plant in this video is it actually started to grow 3 babies for me. And I'm like, what? So if you look close enough, I have 3 new shoots coming up and new leaves. This is actually so interesting to see because even though these plant leaves are so teeny tiny, they already have this beautiful white vein in the middle, which is so cool in my opinion. Oh my gosh, you're really wobbly. But yeah, I was really surprised to see this baby of mine giving me some grandchildren, you know. Yeah, it was really interesting to capture because actually I've never noticed anything like this in any store. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I'm not gonna lie, this might be a point. But I was really surprised to see this, that even though it's not the strongest growing lady, right, it still manages to have 3 babies at one time. So, like, I mean, score. Okay. Oh my gosh, it looks fabulous in this frame. I'm sitting here in jungle, you know, and stuff like that. But anyway, okay, so this is it for today's video. I know it's a little bit shorter than my usual ones, but it's like, you know, a little snack for you before my weekend vlog, because that's where most of the action is happening. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't yet, like this video if you enjoyed this video, and before leaving you, let me teach you another language lesson. So I actually received a lot of requests from you in my previous video where I asked what do you want to learn from me, and one of the words you asked me to teach you was peace. So let me teach you how to say peace in Lithuanian and in Russian. If you want to say peace in Lithuanian, you need to say taika. Once again, taika. And if you want to say peace in Russian, you need to say mir. Once again, mir. Actually, right now, while saying it, I think I already had this language lesson on my channel. But let's just keep it one more time for those who haven't seen it yet, because I think this is a beautiful word that everybody needs to know. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I had so much fun chatting about the plants that really surprised me. I hope these plants surprised you as well in a way. Maybe you saw something unusual. I hope you did. And please comment which one was your favorite. Please comment maybe you had any surprises from your plants. That would be so cool to hear, you know. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And hopefully I'll see you in my next one.